Hello and welcome to another of my YouTube videos. I got three battles for you to watch tonight, and this is the first one. Me and my Yak Panther. It's a lovely little tank, this one, and it promotes a very campy attitude. Hide in a bush and shoot from long range, which, thankfully enough, is exactly the playstyle I like to use. So here we go. Oh, the typical nudge. What you'd expect to find when you're all starting off, trying to avoid everyone. Somebody just suddenly changes direction and got no choice but to ram into them. So, there's our first sighting. Somebody on their way up the hill, and we've already lost a tank. Quick shot at a Hellcat, and a good hit straight off. So I'm going to sit around E and D5 for virtually the entire game. Depending on the current situation, I will be moving around, trying to get the best angle and cover that I can to prevent me from exposing myself too much. This game is actually from patch 8.8. That's before I started to use XVM hit logs, so I can't actually tell you how much damage I did on this one. And there's a rushed shot at the back of his tracks, which obviously he started to move faster, so I missed. And that one dropped short, and my teammate just finished him off for me instead. I don't begrudge him that sort of shot. It wasn't the easiest shot to make. I would have thought I would have made it with the German accuracy. Okay, so there's a KV-1S over there with a KV-2 as well. We saw drop down into that region earlier. I'm just moving forward a little bit to try and reduce some of this cover that's blocking my line of sight. Now you'll see at some point during this game the chat log starts to go extremely spam heavy with attention to this zone, that zone. I don't really care when people start spamming like that. I play the game how I like to play it and help where I can, if I can. A lot of the time you'll find where people are spamming for you to go is just too hard for you to get to in the amount of time that they are expecting you to do so. One of the culprits is a Hellcat. Now I start to move up, and notice the KV-1S is coming down for our medium tank there. One shot didn't pen. That shot didn't pen from my colleague. That one did. Nice bit of damage there. I do have the top gun for this particular tank. Oh, he's been tracked. And let's finish him off. So yeah, an average roll of about 320 is really good for this gun. Decent penetration. And seeing as this is tier 7 tank and we're in the top tier, it's quite enjoyable. Not too much to struggle with. Now the score's 9-7 at the minute to us.
Enemy armor is hit.
Got a nice little hit on him. And I finished him off. Now that 434 is not all my damage. As you may have heard, somebody to my left fired at him as well. Oh, there's a TD, the T25AT. Nice 340 out of him. We'll see him later as well. Now that's the last tank on the ridge of ours, so the score's now 10-9. Don't know what this IS thought he was doing by nudging me about as he did. Thankfully there's no artillery in this game, otherwise could have quite easily got a decent splash on the pair of us. I'm going to relocate, try and get ready for when they come up over the ridge there and do some serious damage to our flank. Typical, they just disappear. Alright, we'll see one of those later. Okay, Hellcat's beginning to ask for help. There's that KV-2. One into the turret. And let's repeat it for a kill. Okay, there's the enemy IS. A bit of a rushed shot there. A bit too much lead on him. There he goes. There's the Hellcat spamming in the chat like you wouldn't believe. Okay, I advance up to get this IS. Take one in the side. And there's that T25AT from earlier. Ricochet, thankfully. Nice bit of damage on him. That's not all my damage. That's another chunk of health at me, and I'll finish him off. Would you believe that's 5 kills already? And we're now up 13-11. Make that 14-11, one left. And that's the KV-1S. Now, I know that he was down in the J6 region, hiding behind a house earlier, because I would have had a shot at him. But he's liking to hide. Yeah, there's that Hellcat cursing. Cursing our VK for camping. He wasn't really camping, he was supporting that flank. Okay, he probably didn't fire that many shots, but he prevented anyone else from coming round there. And there's the KV-1S.
Enemy is hit.
Damage and tracked. 12% health left. Nobody's taking a shot, so I will and finish him off. Well, that's 6 kills. A Top Gun and a great game. Now here comes another one. This is an 8.9 replay, and as you can see, I've got XVM, both hit log and stats. And here we are on Arctic. I don't usually play this map that much, especially not from this side. Rarely get this side to play. And here I am in my Hellcat. As you may have seen from the intro, I did have the T25/2, but seeing as I've unlocked the T28 prototype, and the T25/2 isn't that good a tank, especially when it's only got the 90mm gun, I decided to sell it and get this one to earn some credits. There's the first shot, and my first miss, and unfortunately not my last in this game. The alpha damage on this tank, 220 average. It's really decent for this tier 6 tank destroyer. Pretty accurate as well, which is another bonus. The real downer though is the turret traverse. Really slow. I think it's at about 18 degrees a second. Extremely slow if you're trying to cover a large area of the map like this. Now I'm seeing some of my buddy tanks taking damage. Unfortunately, none of these guys I'm able to see or hit, so I relocate. This tank has got a crew with 6th sense, so I'll be able to have a little bit of warning should I get myself into difficulty. And there's my first kill. Somebody took a chunk out of him before I finished him off for 57. Now I see that tank there. I'm getting a little bit frustrated knowing he's just there and can't do anything with him. So I take a pot shot at the building wondering if it's destructible, but no, it's not. Can't do anything with it. Just a piece of the scenery. Ooh, Tog. Ah, vanished. Can't do anything with him yet. So let's just keep looking. Ooh, KV-1S. Zoom in, and he moves back right when I pulled the trigger. He's going to do that again in a minute. Oh, it just went straight past him. Never mind, this one won't.
Enemy is hit. Enemy armor is hit.
And there we go, finished off by somebody else. Oh, here's a Hellcat.
Penetration.
I'm definitely going to have to get Eagle Eye for my next commander skill.
They're knocked out.
Eagle Eye, as I'm sure you're aware, tells you if your target's got any critically damaged modules.
Critical
Extremely
hit.
useful if, especially if you've damaged somebody's ammo rack with one of your shots. Because if you hit it again, they'll light up like a Christmas tree.
They dinged us.
Oh, typical. KV-1 and I don't even penetrate it. This thing's got 160 odd penetration. Ah, there we go, 6th sense.
They're knocked out.
Didn't even get a chance. Okay, that's my first bit of damage received. And that came from the hills on the left. I can see plenty of this stug.
Ricochet!
I'm not even getting through it. And that one went over anyway. Ah, Panzer IV. He's got the
Enemy
upgraded
armor
turret.
is damaged.
You can tell that because he's got the spaced
Gotcha.
armor on it. Here we go. This will be an easier shot. Wait for him to turn. Right through.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
That's 5 kills. And I move up to have a pop at this one.
Enemy armor is hit.
And that's the
Vehicle
6th kill. That's
destroyed.
Top Gun. And this is where I realise, oh my god, where's the rest of my team gone? I'm the only one left, and they've got 13. Now, I'm going to speed it up, because I do just sit up here waiting, wondering what on earth am I going to do? How am I going to steal this game from the opposition when I've only got 1 round of armor piercing remaining? And there's 3 enemy tanks, one of which hasn't been spotted, so he's still on full health. The ARL, we know, is at least half health. Yeah, I sit up here far too long. They know where I am, they spotted me earlier. So I've been up here for over a minute now, wondering what on earth am I going to do, waiting for them to show themselves. And there he is, there's VK. Oh, first hit. Bounce. I missed my last armor piercing shot, and you see I've only got 6 HE shells left. So I decide to run. Use my tank's extremely good speed of 70 odd kilometers an hour. I changed my mind from going down that river to coming through here.
They killed our driver. We're covering his position.
Okay,
but not
I've lost
very
my
well.
driver, and that's it. I know. I'm not going to stand a
We're done
chance.
for. Everyone get out.
Yeah, and I'm gone. And here we are, Moravanka. That's a 73%er, according to stats.
Let's get this show on the road.
And yet again, I'm here in my Hellcat. This too is another campy game for me, but I play it extremely well in my opinion. It's another tier 6 game. And not a lot happens for me early on. But I do try and support my teammate tanks when I can see what I'm aiming at. There's a KV-1S.
Enemy armor is damaged.
A decent damage roll on that one. A Cromwell is advancing behind the buildings. Certainly advancing too fast for me to be able to keep track. And those guys are ducked down right by the water there. I'm not going to get a shot at them. So far, only 233 damage. And we're almost 2 minutes into the game. I've fired one shot.
Penetration.
Oh, M6 deciding to come up through the forest. Coming to the forest.
Enemy armor
Biggest
is
mistake he
destroyed.
ever made. So we destroyed him, and XVM didn't register the damage. And here we go, here's a Churchill.
Enemy is hit.
This guy's going to give me a bit of trouble.
Enemy armor is hit.
Now I've been spotted because he got too close. And I took a shot, but not from the Churchill.
Penetration. Enemy vehicle destroyed.
T49
Enemy
finished
armor is
off
destroyed.
with a very high damage roll of 260. As you saw, I backed off to try and keep plenty of cover between me and the other tanks. Now I move back into place. But not in the same place as I was. That would just be silly. They do have some decent tanks. One of them's an artillery to watch out for. That was a complete miss on that Type T-34,
Enemy
even though it
vehicle
was
destroyed.
fully aimed. So unfortunately I didn't get a decent amount of damage out of him.
Enemy is hit.
So let's take on this Matilda, who decides to hide behind a rock.
That one bounced.
And a ricochet. Just what I need. Oh, there's a Cromwell coming in, giving some of our tanks some grief.
Penetration.
See if I can return the favour.
Enemy
He's
armor
thought
is
better
hit.
of his decision and he's backing off. But he's taken out two, or assisted in taking out two tanks that are in the forest. So here I am in the forest on my own, with at least two tanks that we know of in the forest. And I'm calling for a bit of help. And thankfully our Su-85 moves up around the top edge. There's a VK.
Enemy is hit.
As you saw, I had him right in my sights for ages, but I had to wait for the turret to traverse. Quite often the bane of your gameplay when in this tank. Oh, there we go, 4 kills so far. And XVM's registered 2,000 odd damage. There's another tank creeping in
They're knocked
to our
down.
base. Not anymore.
Penetration.
There's the Cromwell back in our end of the map. So I move back towards the base to try and get a spot on him for my teammates. They're winning 13-8, 14-8 now. And I'm on 5 kills. 2,700 odd damage registered by XVM. Now we know where the Marder 38T is, but not got a spot on him at the minute. he just took out one of our tanks, the M6. He only had 12 health left. So I called for someone to spot him. I want my Top Gun. And there he is. Panzer IV takes a shot, takes a chunk, and I finish him off with an 174. So there we go, that's the Top Gun. And unfortunately this is the only one I had end plates saved. And as you see, I got the sniper as well. 3,191 damage. 1,314 base experience. Top Gun and sniper. So 18 shots fired, 17 hits. The one that didn't hit was that Type T-34. We saw that go flying past him. And 16 penetration. Excellent game, in all honesty. Extremely good for credits. As you can see, 41,000 credits profit. All credit to the rest of the team. They did an excellent job to get such a decent result. So, thank you very much. I hope to catch you on my next video.